Welcome friends to my kitchen. Deveined à minha cozinha. It is time for dinner and I've been wanting to make this recipe, but I wanted to make when my son was around and he's back from his trip. So I'm gonna make some we call dirty rice. Portuguese is arroz marisco. I have here a seafood mix with squid, mussel, shrimp, and scallops. And this one is just raw shrimp, peeled, deveined, and tailed off. 60-80 to make my rice. I have some frozen peas, tomato paste, onion, garlic, parsley. I'm gonna use Arborio rice. This is gluten-free, some malagueta, and some wine. And then I'm making some stock. It is, I have the big prawns with a head. I put a quarter of an onion, some garlic, 2 cloves of garlic, a handful of cilantro, and I use one of these Goya sazon for seafood flavor. I'm going to use one more in my mixture. So that's what I'm going to do today. Arroz marisco. This is all my seafood that I have. I've been wanting to make this, but I need to have my son around because he's the only one who's going to eat this. I'm going to use, instead of olive oil, bacon grease. Going to give an extra depth of flavor. Okay, I have here about 2 tablespoons of bacon grease. If you don't have bacon grease, you can use 2 tablespoons olive oil. I'm going to put my onion. This is 1 medium onion, finely chopped. And I'm going to put my garlic. And we want to soften this. I'm going to put a little bit of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. We flavor as we go along. Because I know that my son can stand heat, I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of malagueta. This is a spicy pepper. Any spicy pepper you would like, you can put it. And I'm going to put my tomato paste. When I buy tomato paste in the little cans, if I don't use them all, I put them in Ziploc bags and then I put it in the freezer. I usually keep them in the freezer until I need it. But today, I was taking everything out and I took this and now it's into a mess. But keep it in the freezer until you need it, and then it just falls off the bag. Okay? And we're going to mix all this. I'm going to put another package of my Goya. I already put one in my stock, which it should be done. Okay. I'm going to put some white wine, maybe about a 1/2 cup, more or less. I'm going to put all my seafood, and I'm going to cook my seafood first, and then I'm going to take it all out because I don't want to overcook it. But I want the flavor so I can cook my rice. Look at this color. That Goya gives a beautiful color. Also, if you don't have that Goya, if you have saffron, put a little bit of saffron. Into this, I'm going to pour some of my stock, not all of it, just a little bit, because I want this seafood kind of just cook a little bit. And like I said, then I'm going to take it out, and then we're going to cook the rice. Okay, I'm going to cover this for about 5 minutes or 8 minutes till it just comes to a boil. Meanwhile, I'm going to strain my stock. And I'm going to use these big shrimps. They're good. I'm going to peel them, cut them, and put them in there. My seafood start boiling. So now I'm going to take it out. It has flavored this broth. I mean, this broth was flavored as it was with the sauce, the stock that I made. But I wanted extra flavor for the rice. Okay. So now we're gonna add, this is 2 cups of Arborio rice. We're gonna add it to it. See, one mussel there. And I'm gonna add a little bit more of, maybe half a cup more, 3/4 of a cup of stock. Okay, I'm gonna cover and let this rice cook. I peeled all my shrimp and I add a little bit more water, and I'm gonna boil the skins and the heads again. It will flavor that, and I'm gonna keep stock. And here's the shrimps that I cooked. I'm gonna put it with all the other ones. My rice is not cooked yet, so I'm gonna add a little bit more stock. And you added as much as you feel like you need. It's just like risotto. You keep adding more stock. I'm gonna taste for salt, because the only salt this has is from those 2 Saisons package. When you use those, do not use salt. Doesn't need salt at all. Ooh, there's a little kick. I'm gonna zest 1 lemon into this, and I'm gonna squeeze lemon juice at the end, and it's gonna make a little bit more fresh. All those flavors are gonna pop out. That's what lemon does. When you finish a dish with some lemon, it kind of wakes up all those flavors that are there. And lemon and seafood, they go good together. Okay. I'm gonna keep stirring this until all that rice is cooked. And by stirring, you releasing all the starches, so it makes into a creamy dish. The rice will be creamy. I'm done with this. I'm going to drain it again to add to my other stock, just in case if I need it. When you see that the rice is disappearing, the liquid is disappearing, add more stock. You don't want this to be, this is not like normal rice where you sit, you put the liquid and let it go. This you gotta keep mixing, because that Arborio rice has too much starch and it can always stick to the bottom. I wanna see the rice if it's almost cooked. almost, but still al dente. This is so good. And it has that little kick of the pepper. We did this just like we do for our risotto. That's kind of the same idea. If you haven't made risotto, but we're using seafood. I have some parsley that we're gonna add, and then we're gonna have some peas. This is what my rice is looking. So on total, I probably put 8 cups of stock. Okay, I have a cup and a half of frozen peas. I'm gonna put the peas in there. And now I'm gonna put all my seafood. I'm gonna slice my lemon. I'm only gonna add half because this is a huge lemon and it will have a lot of juice. I'm actually gonna squeeze in here. I don't want no seeds. And I taste. If I need more lemon juice, I add more. I'm gonna add my parsley. And I'm gonna taste one more time. I want a little bit of the rice, peas, Oh my God. This is so good. Here it is, my Arroz Marisco, or dirty rice. Look how beautiful this looks and smells and tastes just as wonderful. My Arroz Marisco is done. I turn off the burner and I'm gonna let this here sit for a little bit, just those flavors to blend all it, and my meal is done. My Arroz Marisco, it is done. And it smells so good. And it tastes probably just as good. Look at this. I already texted my son that I got rice for him. I got his dinner. Because my husband won't eat none of this. This is so good. And that lemony, you can taste that lemony and it shows it through all the flavors. This makes such an easy meal in no time. Yeah, you may have to make if you have to make the stock, but there's seafood stocks out there, but it didn't take that long. Anyway, I've been wanting to make this recipe, but I knew I had to make it when my son was around so he can eat it because he loves this. This is his kind of dishes, and my kind of dishes too. Anyway, so you give it a try. I will leave the recipe in the description so you can make it for your next get together with your family and friends. This will impress them. I want to thank you for all the subscriptions and all the comments that I've been getting. I appreciate so much. Sometimes there's so many I can't respond to all of them, but I am very blessed and very grateful for all the subscription and all the comments that I've been receiving. And I cannot continue this channel unless you, in the other side, are engaged. So please show my videos to your friends, share with your friends, share with your family, so I can grow in this channel and bring you more dishes from my corner in California and from my childhood. Until next time, have a good day. Let's get cooking.